Welcome back to the YouTube, guys. I hope everyone on this video is well. It is Friday, the 24th of January 2025, and I'm here to give you guys the daily market outlook for today. I just want to start off by saying I hope everyone here on this video is blessed. I hope everyone's had an amazing week so far. If you've woken up today happy, healthy, food on the table, roof over your head, clothes to put on your body, I want you to give a massive, massive thanks to God, to universe, whatever it is that you believe in, because some people don't wake up today. Some people haven't got clothes on their, on their body. They haven't got a roof over their head. So we are in a blessed position and better position than most other people. So make sure that you give your gratitude. Now, this leads me straight into our video for today. So as always, this is the daily market outlook for the 24th of January. Let's get straight into it. So as you guys can see, we are on the dollar. As always, if you know me, we start on the dollar, of course, as we always do. Now, let's actually recap from yesterday. So as you guys can see, from yesterday, we was mentioning, as always, we've been in this daily time frame. We've been in this daily time frame from this daily higher low to this daily higher high. Now, of course, we've had the retracement on the 4 hour into into this 4 hour into this 4 hour demand area. But one thing that we was talking about is how much we've been pulling back and how much we've been in a downtrend on the 4 hours. So as we talked about yesterday, we was looking for the market to basically retrace into this 4 hour supply and then basically give the move away, which it has done, which has been absolutely amazing. So as you guys can clearly see, we had our 4 hour lower high and our 4 hour lower low. We was waiting for retracement into this 4 hour supply, which we got. And then as you guys can see, we've had that move away from that 4 hour supply now. So we have a fresh 4 hour supply area. Let me just remove all of this. And as you guys can now see, we have our fresh 4 hour lower high and our fresh 4 hour lower low. So as you guys can see, we are currently breaking this daily higher low. So we will be going into the markets with the change of trend going into next week, which is always a good sign because that means new opportunities once we do trade, change the trend, sorry. So as you guys can currently see right now, let's go to the daily time frame. So daily time frame, first thing I'm going to mark out is my daily supply. So my daily supply, let's do this large candle here. This is where I'd expect the market to retrace into. So this is my daily supply area. Now let's drop into the 4 hour and let's see if we can refine that 4 hour. Now, first thing that I want to do is I always remind myself when I'm looking for supply and demand. So for instance, if I'm looking for supply on here today, I always want to ask myself, what is the last, buy candle before the movement down? So one thing that I would be analyzing is this as my supply zone. So I'd have this as my 4 hour supply area, and where I'd be expecting the market to come into, and I'd expect the market to retrace and take out this high. But of course, some people, and you can, of course, it is valid to have that as a 4 hour supply as well. So up to you guys which one you prefer. Me personally, I would like to see the market retrace, as always, above this, take out the high, come into this, and then move away from there. And either way, we're going to wait for this pattern to happen inside of this supply or this supply. So make sure that you guys have your eyes out for that. So going into today, going into the rest of the week and also next week, this is our 4 hour area that we're looking out for. Now, as you guys can see, that's going to obviously go the opposite way for the correlated pairs. So let's look at where we're currently at on GBP USD. So GBP USD, we haven't broke a daily time frame. So we are still in this daily lower high and this daily lower low. So of course, we understand that if we're on, let's say, as I always talk about, let's say we're on a daily, downward trend, which we are, like this, that is the daily lower high, and that is the daily lower low. We know from you guys that are plugging to me, we know that we expect the 4 hour and the 1 hour to be uptrending. Now, of course, that's where I want to identify, can I see a clear level of daily and 4 hour supply? Now, as you guys can see, the scenario that we're in currently right now is we're in this level of daily supply. Now, the next level of 4-hour supply is this zone currently right here. And then, of course, if we go above, it will be this last extreme level of 4-hour supply here. Now that we're retraced into that daily supply, we can expect the market to, potentially change the trend. We can expect that market to change the trend eventually. So that is one thing that I always want to keep in mind, is that we could potentially have a reversal from here. So let's go into where we currently at. Let's delete this just 1 second. Okay, so as you can see, yesterday we wanted to see the market retrace into this 4-hour supply area here. Let me just remove these backwards. Let me get rid of that for now. So as we were talking about, we want to see the market retrace into this 4-hour supply. Now we didn't get the full pullback. We didn't get the full pullback into this, supply area, demand area here, sorry, and then move away, but we come very close to it, and we filled in this imbalance here. So, analysis was right overall, and we had that bullish move away. So we are currently now in a new range. We've got this 4-hour supply, 4-hour higher low, and 4-hour higher high here. Now, looking at this currently, let's go to the daily time frame. You can see this is our whole daily leg. Now, on a 4-hour, sorry, daily demand area. Now, on a 4-hour, the demand area that I would want to see the market come into is around this consolidation stage here. So to this area here, that will be my 4-hour 4-hour demand area. So my 4-hour demand area is here, and I'd expect this area here to be used as liquidity and as inducement. So, of course, yes, that is a valid level of demand, and we could move away. We have come close. But just for me, my preferred area of demand would be this one below, and to use this as liquidity. But of course, we react from this area here and carry on upwards. Now, of course, now we're in the daily supply. I would like to see this 4-hour supply area met. So let's say we get a last pull down into either this one or this one, and then let's say we come into this. This is where we now have got to be careful, because if you're in a buy, if we start to see movement of a change of trend on the lower time frame, and it seems like it's going to be strong, like supplies in control, I would be looking at closing this trade out, because we could then carry on this trade downwards and going with the overall daily time frame. So that is one thing that we have to make sure that we're aware of going into next week. So make sure that you guys keeping an eye out on that. But yeah, as you can see, this is my preferred day 4-hour demand, and this is also a 4-hour demand, but that is where I would like to see the market come into and retrace. So let's see what happens going into today and also next week. Okay, going into Euro USD, if we look at the daily time frame, you'll be able to see that we've actually had that daily time frame break. So let's completely remark this up. So currently right now we have this as our daily high. We've had a daily wrong way. Sorry, one sec. We've had that daily change of trend from here. So we've had that daily change of trend from here, and now we're in a daily higher daily market structure going upwards. So daily, okay, perfect. So as you guys can see, if we follow this now, we've obviously had the downwards trend. We were creating lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then the market obviously pulled back into here, which we've talked about. And then we didn't get that full movement away. So we pulled back, and then we should have broke this low. We didn't. And then we got this big institutional candle. So that, as I said to you guys on these daily market outlooks, we was expecting the market to obviously then carry on upwards, which it has done. Now let's jump down to the 4-hour, and what can we see? Well, on the 4-hour, we can see that yesterday was spot on. Yesterday was spot on. We obviously marked out these lows. We were talking about using these as liquidity. And then we were talking about, of course, the market coming into this forward demand and moving away from this area. So as you guys can see, if you just set it on there, you would be almost at a 1 to 3. You would have, achieved a 1 to 2 anyway, which is amazing. So again, perfect. So looking at this currently right now, we've had that change of trend. So let's move this back a little bit, and then let's follow the trend that we're currently in. So we are in this level. Here is our 4 hour higher low. And now this is our daily and 4 hour higher high. Plus 4H higher high. Okay, so let's get rid of this. So looking at this currently, as you guys can see, we are now expecting the market to obviously retrace. So let me just mark out this 4 hour break of structure from here, which is clear 4 hour break of structure from here. And then we also had that 4 hour break of structure from here. Sorry, I'm just a bit picky with certain stuff on the charts. Okay, so now we're going to expect the market to obviously eventually have a retracement and then carry this trend on upwards. So first thing area that I'm getting drawn to is, of course, I would like to see this level here be our daily 4 hour demand area. So I would like to see the market come into this and carry on upwards from here. That is what I would like to see happen. And we've got imbalance to fill, and also we've got this demand area as well. Just quickly, I didn't go over it. If you're thinking about the entry yesterday with your USD, if you didn't want to enter from the 4 hour, let me just get rid of this, the 4 hour demand, you can see that we was creating obviously consolidation, accumulation. We come down into the demand, we took out all of these liquidity, all these lows, and then we had bullish movement. We broke structure here. So if you guys are thinking, how would I have got in that MEPers? How did I get in this trade? Let me just mark it out so I can actually go over it. So liquidity were taken. Confirmation number one. We met a demand area. Confirmation number two. We broke structure. Confirmation number three. And then all you simply had to do is enter from the demand area here, which is this level of demand area. And then of course, you set your trade from the top of the box, stop loss at the low, and then you can aim for the high as well. So that was how I got in, waiting for a confirmation on this. So yeah, just wanted to quickly cover up before I did forget. So let's go back to where we was currently at. So as you guys can see, yeah, this is where I would like to see the market come into for Euro USD. Will be this level of 4 hour demand. If you guys want to, if I want to be more picky, of course, I can level it up to this area here, and then obviously wait for that movement away from this 4 hour demand area, wait for the change of trend, and then we can participate in buying this upwards from here. So that is EU going into this today and also next week. AUD USD. She is flying. So let's mark out where we are currently at. So daily time frame. Let's look at the daily. So daily time frame, we've now had that change of trend. So we now have created a daily higher high. Let's mark this out. Daily higher high. We've now had this daily higher low. And we've had that daily chain of trend. So daily here. Now, of course, we're coming into this level of supply, so I'm going to keep an eye out on that. That is a valid level of supply that we are heading into. Let me just mark this out. That is a valid level of daily supply that we are heading into. So that'll be our next area we need to keep an eye on. And of course, probably on the 4 hour, we're reacting out of this area here currently. So again, we just got to make sure that we are aware of that. But of course, we follow what the dollar does. So that is a daily. We've got, we follow the trend. Obviously, we come down, create the lower low. We pulled up, which that should have been the area where we then created this lower low, and we should have had another break. We didn't get that. We had the pullback, and then 4 hour change of trend, and then we've been trending upwards on the 4. So that is why this is now our daily higher low and daily higher high. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Going on to the 4 hour. Let's follow where we're at. So as you guys can currently see, so let's mark this out. We can get rid of this daily higher high at plus 4 hour higher high. Okay, perfect. So as you guys can currently see, If we follow the daily, the forward trend, we've had, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we had one break here. And then if you remember yesterday, we were talking about AUD USD. I wanted to see the market come into this because we created pretty much equal lows. But of course, we mentioned about this being our 4-hour demand area that is valid as well. And the market moved away from this rather than this area here. So let's mark out where we're currently at. So as you guys can see, we've had that another break as well. 4-hour break. So there's two ways that I'm going to look at this. And I always say, this is my 4-hour higher low, wherever it is. There we go. So this is my 4-hour higher low. And that is my 4-hour and daily higher high. So with that being said, of course, we expect a retracement. Now, the first thing that I always ask is, can I see the last buy candle before the movement up that broke structure? Yes, I know this is the last candle here, but I'm going to mark it out here where the imbalance starts. So that is my last valid for our demand area. Now, of course, yes, we do have this for our demand area here. So either of these two 4-hour demand areas are going to be where we react from if we carry this trend on upwards. Of course, if we come into the bottom level of demand, will be used as liquidity for people who sell early. So just got to keep that in mind. But the reason that obviously we could come into the extreme here is because we got imbalance. But also we did have a valid pullback and then movement up. So this could be the area that we, of course, do react out of. So keep an eye on that. But AU, yeah, we expect a market pullback into either of these areas, either this one or this one, to carry the trend on upwards. So that is AU, and NZUSD should be very similar, if not the exact same. Look at that. That is beautiful. As you guys have probably already seen, look at this. We have this forward demand. And then we obviously come down, created equal lows. The market literally took out these equal lows, taps into this demand area, and then shut up. And then obviously it's done what it's done. So how amazing is that to see? Now looking at this, we've had a daily change of trend. So let's mark this out currently. So this will obviously end up changing if the market carries on upwards. So you got to adapt. But let's delete this. And then let's mark out this daily change of trend. Okay, perfect. So that is my daily chain of trend. Let's delete this forward supply. It's now invalid. Okay, perfect. So as you guys can currently see, if we go to the daily, where's the higher low? The higher low is now here. That is the higher low. Why is that the higher low, Liam? Because that is the last low, daily higher low. That is the last low before the movement up. So that is my daily higher low. Okay, 4-hour. Looking at the 4-hour right now, we obviously had the break of structure here. So we had the break of structure here. So I expect the market to obviously have a retracement. And if we can get that retracement, where would I like to see? Well, if we go to the daily time frame, you can see that this whole candle is our daily. This whole candle here is our daily demand. So let's mark this out here, daily demand area. Now, if I drop down to the 4, you'll be able to notice that we have 2 levels of demand areas. Again, at the extreme level, this is our 4-hour demand, because that's the last, sell candle before the movement up. And then also same as same as AUD USD, that is also a 4-hour demand. So we could react out of either of these two. And same scenario, of course, this could be used as liquidity if we do tap lower. So if we do obviously end up, coming out of here and going lower, that's because that will also be used as liquidity. But yeah, either here or here is where we'll see the market react out of if we're going to carry this trend upwards. So making sure that we are following that. And same again, where we need to, the next supply area where we just need to make sure that we can keep an eye on is here, because that's where we can expect any sort of retracements. So just keep an eye out on that. But yeah, that is it for NZUSD and AUDUSD. Very, very simple. If you guys follow my strategy or have a similar strategy, you'll be able to know exactly what I'm talking about. Going into USD CHF, same as just quickly USD CAD. I don't even analyze or look at pairs when they are just as ugly, as ugly as anything. Like this area here and stuff, it's just not for me. I'm gonna wait for a break. So I'm hoping that just to give you clarification, once we do get a valid break, then obviously I can analyze these, but I'm not going to analyze something that and tell you guys what I think when realistically I ain't going to take the idea anyway, and I might be wrong because it's not clear. So I'm going to step away from that. So looking at USD CHF, we're still in this daily time frame. We most likely will break this low, but we are still in this, higher low here and then higher high. So looking at the 4 hour. Looking at the 4 hour, what can we see? Well, on the 4 hour, we're just about to break this lower low. We are breaking this lower low. And as you guys can see, yesterday I gave out this area here. Like, I love this game, man. I love this game, as Patrice ever would say. I've given this 4 hour supply area out here, and as you can see, we come up and then we moved away from this. Either I'm fluky or I know what I'm doing, and you guys should know the answer. So currently right now, we've had this movement away. Once we get a 4 hour break of this trend, we'll have a new 4 hour range from here to here, and then we can obviously expect, once we get a break and a candle closure, we'll expect a pullback to carry this trend on upwards, downwards, sorry. So nothing clear right now on USD CHF. But as you guys can see, let's wait for a candle closure in 1 hour and 10 minutes. And if we can get that full candle closure, that would be amazing as well. And then we can expect to see a pullback into this supply area. So that is pretty much it for today. I'm waiting for USD Japanese yen to have a break. And then just quickly to cover, I'm fuming at a couple of pairs. Let me show you. So if we go to the cross pairs, I got hit out at break even on CAD CHF. Just to let you guys know, I was on an entry from here. Yesterday we had this movement up, which obviously took me out at break even. So either for me to participate in this, I'm going to wait for some of the lows to be broken. That is my first thought. My first train of thought is I'm going to wait for some of these lows to be broken, so that then I am more confident again that the market is, going to be looking at carrying down. The next one I'm going to talk about, which I'm fuming about, is this. Honestly, like I stepped away. I do love the saying set and forget, and I stepped away from the charts. Obviously had my Euro card pending. Went to, got notification that it was active, so I was like, okay, amazing. I don't need to check. I thought, yeah, perfect. We're in a trade. Jumped onto the charts. I had a look, and I was like, oh, amazing, perfect. Great entry. Took out these lows. And we're starting to move away. Then to realize that we didn't get activated in the trade. So yeah, fuming. Absolutely fuming. But it is what it is. I think it's already done probably close to, well, almost a 1 to 3 already. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. As you guys can probably tell, I am pissed off. But yeah, what I can expect now is a retracement from this area here. A retracement from here. Into this level of area and carry this trend on upwards. So that is what I'd expect for CAD CHF, just because it looks clean. And then I think that's pretty much it. USD, oh yeah, this as well. USD Japanese yen. Look at this beauty, boys. Boys and girls, should I say, sorry. Boys and girls, look at this for beauty. So if you guys know me, you shouldn't. And if you guys have just watched my recent video that I uploaded yesterday, where I fully go over my strategy, highly advise you watching it. You'll be able to notice this is a perfect scenario. We're coming to this 4 hour supply, and I talked about it yesterday. Yesterday, I said the market currently was in, it was in an uptrend. We was in a demand area here, which was a 4 hour demand area. And I said, look, there's two scenarios. Let me delete that as well. I was saying the market can either react from this 4 hour higher low and this 4 hour higher high and carry on upwards. But if we get a break of this low, we can expect a retracement and then carry on upwards. So that is why I got in this trade. And as you guys can see, it's currently at, well, it's currently done at nearly a 1 to 4. But as you guys can see, look, there's two entries. We had an entry here, which obviously was the pullback because we broke this 4-hour higher low. So we had a 4-hour change of trend. We come up, wicked in, and then we've had another break of structure right now. So currently with the market where it's at, I'd like to see the market continue to move away from, let me just mark this out, continue to move away from this area. I'd like to see the market continue to move away from this area. So just to let you guys know, that is a beaut of a trade on, Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. But yeah, I'm looking at hopefully taking out this daily lower low. So let's see what happens. But yeah, clean ass trade, as they would say. So other than that, I want to say happy Friday. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. I hope you've all had a great week so far. Make sure that you guys are on the charts, backtesting and gaining that, confidence and everything else in between that you need to become a profitable trader. Make sure for you guys that you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you turn on the notifications for whenever I upload videos. And guys, I just ask you, if you enjoy these, just sort of show some support, show some love, drop a like on the video if you're watching it, or drop a comment for a bit of support. And that would mean a lot to myself, of course. So yeah, other than that, have an amazing rest of your day and weekend, and we will catch up on Monday. Take care. God bless.